Hello and welcome again. This is a real quick episode I'm trying to do to get an episode in on Monday. So we're gonna do a quick pack wrap of 4 packs of Dominaria United. These are just the draft boosters. I've been having trouble finding set boosters anywhere. So we're not gonna have all the pretty art and stuff I would normally like to have for a set of MTG, but I think it'll still come out cool. Now, if you hear a little bit of heavy breathing, I apologize. I've been having some allergy reactions the last couple days, and despite taking medication for it, it's tokens in the front this time. It's been rather, I'm still stuffed up. So we got our island here. Oh, straight up into the rare. Didn't want to do that. Is this a Tarmogoyf but an Urvog Tarmogoyf? It is. Wow. So you can kick it with either Island or Swamp. It's a green card. And its power and toughness, well, its power is equal to the number of creature cards in your graveyard, and its toughness is that +1. Yeah, I can see that being a fun card. Sounds like it could be something I could put into a green deck real easy. Blue-green, though, because you got to get that mill to get creatures into your graveyard. Sheoldred's Faithful. Oh my goodness. Wow, that's a gross card. Damage your opponent for casting it by casting instant sorceries. Not. Yeah, so it's like it would go well with my red explosion deck if my red explosion deck was blue and black. Got giants, strength of the coalition. So this set's really pushing for a lot of multicolored decks, even 5-colored decks. I'm not seeing any of them here yet. Oh, nice, some white draw a card. Gets things moving faster. Yeah, I don't see anything with domain. Ah, here we go. Domain. So look at the top X cards of your library, where X is the number of basic land types among lands you control. Put up to 2 of them into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. You lose 2 life. So this one, not quite so much benefiting from the 5 card, because you can only take 2 of the cards, so really only benefits you to have 2 types of land out. But some of these domain cards, like, unless you have all 5 lands that are basic lands out on the field, it's not helpful. Geothermal Bog. Oh, nice, another Swamp Mountain. I like that they're adding a lot more of the double lands with the land types on here. Gives you more options for interacting with things like the Dwarven Mine and that whole set. And then fetch cards that allow you to pull specifically plains, mountains, instead of basic land. Here's another domain. When Maria's Outrider enters the battlefield, it deals damage to each opponent equal to the number of basic land types among lands you control. Now see, that one's one where having the 5 colors down would be amazing. So it's 5, you have 1 of each of the basic lands, you drop this dude, you just did 5 damage to your opponent with a 4/4 creature with reach on the field at the same time. Gets gross quick. But you have to have that full 5-color deck to make it work too. And then this, I've just seen the image of it everywhere, you know. They use a lot of it for advertising or branding, I guess, in MTG Arena. But it's really awesome. It's a 1-drop, 0/3, Defender, tap 3 and tap it, tap target creature. Can really mess up your opponent's combat phase. I like that one. It's not great. Like, that's a great card in draft. Not necessarily a great card in your deck. And a 5 damage spell for 5, and you get to scry 1. Once again, not something to write home about, but it works. It's draft fodder. And these are draft boosters, so. But yeah. Gotten a lot of positive response, a lot of thumbs up on our episode for our deck construction. That's gone really well. I'm going to shuffle things around here so we have more interesting. So yeah, there's our swamp. Ooh, a 3/2 flying creature. And you get to draw a card but have to discard a card. Oh no, it's a Phyrexian Sleeper Agent. Yeah, I participated in some of MTG Arena's Sleeper Agent format. It ended up just being a format where you put in as many small creatures with flying in as you could, and then burn spells. I mean, that was the format. Because you were, every turn in your hand, a creature was permanently given Phyrexian as a subtype, and then you would take it and attack with it, and there was a special rule that if a Phyrexian hit your opponent, it gave them 2 poison counters. So 5 hits from a Phyrexian, your opponent loses. So everything became about having flying creatures fly in and crush your opponent as fast as possible. It really was a game of who got turn 1. This card I used a lot in it, actually. Pixie Illusionist, because if it was kicked, it enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it. So if I needed that extra, and target land you control becomes a basic land type of your choice. So I got to play around with lands. Oh, Meteorite's back. Love Meteorite. Once again, draft fodder. It's not really great in any other format, but this guy's awesome. Because if in red, if you're able to rush out a creature where it's got like really disproportionate power to defense, so like a 5/1, which is not uncommon. I mean, 5/1s are, but 3/1s aren't. But being able to pump something like a 3/1 up, you can get this 5/5 creature with trample down on the field for like 2 mana. It's gross. This thing is absolutely amazing too. It's your classic elf that gives you 1 mana of any color, but it also has Death Touch. Costs 3, but I feel it's worth it. Seen this guy a lot in matches online. Haven't seen him a lot in matches in person, though I haven't been playing as many of those. Now, what I want to see is the Sengir house up against the Vampires of Innistrad. That'd be interesting. And we've got a Minotaur Battle Hymn. Oh, nice. Definitely aggressive red-white. You deal 4 damage for 3 to target creature or planeswalker, and then if you kick it for that extra 4th one, you gain 4 life. Nice. And the Archangel of Wrath. So kick black or red, flying, lifelink. When Archangel of Wrath enters the battlefield, if it's kicked, it deals 2 damage to any target. Archangel of Wrath enters the battlefield, if it's kicked twice, it deals 2 damage to any target. Oh, got it. Two kicks. 2 kicks, 2 damages. Decent enough card. There we go. Starting out with a mountain. Kind of like this image. But we've been spoiled so much with full art lands that getting, cards that aren't full art lands is kind of disappointing these days. So much multicolor in this set for it not being a multicolor set. Like, there's not a lot of double colored cards I've seen, not a lot of gold cards, not a lot of two-tone cards. Just a lot of cards with a lot of kicker with different mana costs. Different colored mana costs. Oh, Homerids! I miss the Homerids. I wish they would do a set where Homerids were a bigger thing. They're giant lobster people, and I love them to death. I've got a whole bunch of Homerids from early Magic the Gathering sets. Ooh, that is a terrifying insect. I love the Phyrexian stuff. I mean, I don't love it. Like, I definitely like Phyrexia as a bad guy. I'll put it that way. And the Bog Badger. Just the name of it. It's not like the greatest card, but I love the name Bog Badger. And the apes. I like that they have been putting some apes into some of the others, the core sets, because I love the idea of ape tribal. I want to build a deck of ape tribal at some point, and having more options is better in my opinion. Oh my. Hey, it's oh, I forgot what they're called from and now I just forgot the name of the video game. You can tell I am tired. Twinferno. More fire, more fire. This is the card for me. Copy an instant or sorcery. You may choose new targets. Or you can give a creature double strike. That's really cool. I like that. More Keldon crazies. Whenever another creature you control dies, draw a card if it was attacking. Otherwise, Garnet Blood Fist of Kel deals 1 damage to each opponent. There you go. And Quirion Beastcaller, the Dryad Warrior. Whenever you cast a creature spell, put a +1/+1 counter on Quirion Beastcaller. When Quirion Beastcaller dies, distribute X +1/+1 counters among any number of target creatures you control, where X is the number of +1/+1 counters on Quirion Beastcaller. So essentially, the +1/+1s don't go away. That's crazy. I like this card. So I think this and the other dude, the first one we pulled, are our Tarmogoyf friend, Urborg Lurgoyf. I think these two are going to be friends. I think we're building a green deck here. Green and blue. And, oh yes! A not red goblin. I love not red goblins. When Splatter Goblin dies, target creature and opponent control gets -1. That's perfect. So it's a 2/1 for 2 that you're swinging at your opponent, and if they choose to actually kill him, he just pops. But he pops another creature by giving it -1/-1. That's sweet. So like you're swinging at something that's a 3/3. They block with it and they're like, ha! And then he pops it. Ooh, night token. In the middle of the night, I go walking in my sleep. No. That would be very bad for me. I'd fall down the stairs. Stall for time. Whoa, that is an ugly looking creature. What is that? Oh, wait, this is the one that I saw before that had the draw card. Oh, nice. You can give it stun counters, which do the untap, doesn't untap next turn thing for longer. Already saw that one. And this one. Destroy Evil. Came back. It's a good card. Destroy target creature with toughness 4 or greater. Shadow Prophecy. Oh wait, yeah, this is the domain one we talked about first. The Pixie Illusionist again. We're just getting a lot of repeats all of a sudden. Geothermal Bog, another Meteorite, Viashino Branch Rider, nice. Haste. Viashino Branch Rider was kicked. It enters the battlefield with 2+1/+1 counters on it. Yeah, kicked really makes the late game more interesting. It makes the format slow, I think. I don't see a lot of these cards working well in fast format decks. Destroy target artifact, enchantment, or creature with flying. Nice. I think that's another name for a very common theme in green. Hurler Cyclops. Sacrifice another creature. Hurler Cyclops deals 1 damage to any target. So, of course, he's chucking goblins. And Protect the Negotiators. If the spell was kicked, create a 1/1 white soldier creature token. Counter target spell unless its controller plays 1 for each creature you control. Oh, that's nice. It's a new way of doing it. And nope, not there yet. I thought we were. Ooh, we got a new bird wizard. Balmor Battle Mage Captain. Flying, whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain trample until end of turn. Ooh, that's like a very amped up I am just off tonight. I don't remember the name of the ability. But the one that monks use to give themselves +1/+1 when you cast a spell. And our rare is Academy Lore Master. So the original Strixhaven, Talaria. At the beginning of each player's draw step, that player may draw an additional card. If they do, spells they cast this turn cost 2 more to cast. Not great. Like, ow. That you get an extra card, but your spells cost 2 more to cast this turn? That sounds like rare cards from back in the beginning of the game, where, you know, it was rare because it was a 5/7, and so therefore it had this massive downside where you like had to sack it at the end of the turn. Something like that. Or like the Gurzagost was a terrible rare card. It was a terrible rare card when it was issued, and it only got worse with time. So, yep, that is our pack wrap for tonight. I'm going to hurry up and load this video so you guys can enjoy on Monday, and I'm going to get started working on content for Tuesday. So, good night, everybody. Good night.